Alright guys, time for Barkhang Monastery, just about the best level. Now, when we come out here, there's going to be two different types of guys. There's going to be the cultists, otherwise known as Bartoli's goons, and then there's going to be the monks. So, the monks are friendly. You do not want to shoot the monks. If you shoot the monks, they can become your enemies, but as long as you don't attack them, they won't attack you. The cultists, on the other hand, are not your friends. You want to kill them at pretty much all costs. Now, we're going to come out here and we're going to see the monks fighting the cultists. So, if we leave the fight to them, the monks will often lose. We want to go ahead and try to kill the cultists, but we want to do it without shooting the monks. So, surprisingly, only the cultists and the Black Hoods can actually do damage to the monks. I don't know why, but, you know, that's how it is. So, if the guy's got an exposed face, and the monks are fighting him, we pretty much know for sure that the monks are going to win. But if they're up against one of the guys in the Black Hoods, he can hurt the monks, and you might want to assist with the fight. Now, I know that some of you guys are thinking that I'm going for all kills, which I typically am. So you might be like thinking I should kill everything, all the monks, everything else, but I have respect for those guys. I mean, they're nice, they're helpful, and I thought of a different challenge that I could do, which is save all the monks and then kill all the enemies. You know, at least right now the monks are not the enemies, so save all monks and kill all enemies that attack you. And that's actually really hard to do if you think about it. Saving all the monks, that's actually pretty hard. So come over here, there's two crows that we're going to spawn as soon as we jump to this platform. Let's pull out our pistols, and yep, there's the crow. Now, you might want to come over to this platform and then start shooting him. Now, be careful because the monks are down below. Laura can accidentally shoot a monk while you intend for her to shoot a crow, and if that happens, then your whole friendship with the monks is over. So, let's see, we killed one. Where's the other one? I want to be careful about standing here because the crows can knock you off the edge. Alright, so from here there's a little slit in the rock. To get to the slit in the rock, we want to side flip here. There's a sliding tile. Grab this edge and then drop and then grab this edge. There's a slit there that you can grab. So shimmy to the left. And this is going to be how we get into the monastery. We're on good terms with the monks, but I guess they don't want to let us in through the front door, so we're going to break in through a window. And all of the monks in here will be nice as long as you haven't attacked one of their buddies. So, pretty much, you're on good terms with the monks as long as you don't attack one of them. So, come over here, we're going to spawn another one of the cultists. This monk is going to come running, and the reason he's running is because there's a cultist that he needs to deal with. So, we want to assist with these guys if at all possible. But, of course, that guy, since he's not wearing a black hood, he can't hurt the monks, so the monks are going to win. Now, the next cultist that we spawn, he is wearing a black hood, so he can hurt the monks. So, what I'm going to do is go over here. There's going to be a black hooded thug that we spawn. We're going to like step to the next tile and then he's going to come through the window. There we go. And I probably should have used a better weapon than my pistols, but whatever, that worked. And look at that, he gives us some automatic rounds. Come out here and we get to pick up some grenades. Now let's go back and see what the other cultists dropped for us. Actually, I think we picked it up already. Oh yeah, we did. Okay, so on this level there's 5 prayer wheels that we need to get. So the order that you get the prayer wheels doesn't really matter, so you can choose like which one you want to go after first. We also need the main hall key in order to go through that big set of double doors. So the main hall key is up this ladder, but when we get the main hall key, we don't want to just turn around yet because there's a prayer wheel that we want to continue on that path in order to get. When we come up here, there's going to be another monk, and there's actually a cultist that spawns a little bit later. This is the one kill that I don't think we can get, because the monk typically kills the guy for you. I'm going to go ahead and get the main hall key. And actually, I'm going to save real quick. I might see if I can go ahead and get the kill. So I'm going to use the M16. I don't think it's possible to get this kill, but let's go ahead and try. Alright, so now we're going to mosey on to get the prayer wheel. Let's go ahead and go this way. So there's also a boulder trap coming up here. There's going to be a boulder that activates when you step on that tile in front of the main hall. Not the main hall, but the hall. So just do a right flip. So you activate the boulder, and it doesn't hit you. Pretty smooth. Alright, so when you come across this next hall, there will be another boulder, so just step out and pull back in, and you'll avoid it. Come out and grab the flares. If you try to pick up the flares before the boulder, you're going to get run over. So go left, go this way. You want to go this way first, and there's going to be a swimming pool that sucks you under. So go ahead and go for a swim, and if you end up in this pit, which I usually try to swim around, I'm going to show you guys how to get up and out of it. So just swim for the surface. And it is hard to get out of this. You're just going to have to, like, swim straight up. And then you're basically just going to have to, like, fight. Try to get over where this wall is, I guess you could say. So just kind of inch your way like that. And then aim for that little corridor. And then Laura can make it in. So come up, you get some air. Now there's a huge drop-off. We want to go down and do another little pool. And we get to hear that awesome scream. So we want to light a flare when we get over here because there's going to be a watery hallway with some clink-clink doors. So come over here. And then you typically want to be about 1 to 2 steps back from the door. And then just start running on the second clank. And there we go. Alright, so coming up here, there's going to be, why don't we say, another cultist. There is a monk. This is probably the hardest monk to save. So I'm going to go ahead and use the M16 on this guy. There we go. There's also another goon that spawns when we step over here, so why don't I see if I can poof this guy. There we go. Alright, so this is going to be the room where we get our first prayer wheel. Go ahead and light a flare. It's right there. So we want to go ahead and jump over these now. These burners, they will turn on after we grab the prayer wheel. What I typically do on this is do like a curved running jump, because when she tries to just do a standing jump over it, she usually gets blocked off by the burners. So grab the prayer wheel, they're going to turn back on. You can go ahead and come this way, and then From here, she can do like a side flip and another side flip, and she gets over them no problem. So now that we got the prayer wheel, let's come back over here, and we're going to push this block. So by pushing this block, we're then able to pull out that other wooden block. And actually, if we tried to go right, we wouldn't have been able to get to the prayer wheel because that first block was blocking our path. So we'd be able to push this block out one space, but we wouldn't be able to get into this room. Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and go into this little corridor. You're going to find a ladder, and this is going to lead us back up. So if you guys remember when we encountered the second boulder, there was the left way and the right way. And the right way, however, is not the right way. Well, we're coming down the right path now from the opposite direction, so we're about to meet. Like, see, that's the boulder that we triggered a little while ago, so I'm going to go ahead and get around it. And, like, look at that. So, see, that way leads to the suction pool, and this is where we came from. So coming up here is the cultist that I don't believe we're able to kill. So, see, the monk is there. We should find a dead cultist somewhere around here. Oh yeah, there he is. But he might have something that we can pick up. Or, no, I think he doesn't. Alright, so now we're going to go back down the ladder. You may want to stay away from the rails because Laura can glitch through them and then she'll fall to her death. So we've got the main hall key. And then we're going to go ahead and come back this way and use the main hall key to get to, I guess, the main hall. There's going to be this big, beautiful golden statue out there, so let's go ahead and use our key. Alright, I'm going to save my game because there's going to be a big fight out here with some cultists. So, alright, now let's come out into the main hall. There's going to be a cultist that spawns when we step about right here, I think. Okay, we killed that guy. As I pick up this guy's large med pack, I think this guy might have a small one. Yeah, it's got a small med pack, and then looks like he also might have dropped. Thought I saw automatic rounds, but maybe not. Let's see what this guy dropped. No. Alright, we're gonna mosey further on. Do that little cutscene again. So let's go ahead and go this way. There's multiple ways we can go. I want to go this way first because this is going to lead us to a tower that has a prayer wheel. We want to move this block mainly because this gives us access to some automatic pistol rounds. So let's go ahead and pull this. After we pull this block, we'll then be able to pull this other one, and that's how we get the automatic pistol rounds. Alright, so now let's go ahead and proceed on this way. Looks like there's some drums. Go ahead and jump over the block. Oh, there's also a trap door over here. That rail blocks off the monks. Okay, so there's this trap door here, which the trap door really works as like a barricade, so the monks that are back there cannot come and assist you with a fight that's on this side of the trap door. So we're faced with two different directions. We can go down these stairs, or we can go up and out the window. And the way down the stairs is blocked off, so we need to go through the window. Now, I'm going to save my game right now. Alright, so coming up here, you want to break the window. This is potentially the most dangerous ambush in the entire game, because on the third tile, there's 4 of Bartoli's goons that spawn, like, in this corridor. And you don't stand a chance by yourself. Well, you do, but it's going to cost you meds, and we don't have any meds, so we're going to go ahead and quickly try to get out the window, and then there's 3 monks in the courtyard that can help us, so let's break the window, and then we're going to come out here, do a roll, drop down, and then you see there's these monks in the courtyard here that can help us. So let's go ahead and save again, because, well, so let's open up this door, and I think I'm going to use my Uzis. We've got to aid the monks, because if we leave this fight to them, they will most likely lose. So let's go ahead and come out here and try to assist them with the fight as much as we can. Alright, so the monks are ready to assist us, so let's go ahead and pull this switch, and we're going to aid them with this fight, because if we leave the fight all to the monks, they will most likely lose. So let's go ahead and pull out our Uzis and try to help them with this fight. If we just leave this fight to the monks, they will most likely lose. So we want to aid them with it if at all possible. And you see, I'm doing no monk deaths, so at the end of this fight, we want all 3 monks to be alive. So it looks like we got all 4 guys down. Nice. And let's see. All 3 monks should be alive. 1, 2. Yep, we saved all of them. Alright, so now we want to go back out this way because there's a little guard tower that we want to climb up. And there's a prayer wheel. So go ahead and go this way if you're curious as to what's back there. I don't believe there's really anything. So from here we can climb up the ladder. And I gotta say, this is a gorgeous level. It really looks a lot like the Podalea Palace. I went to Tibet a few years ago, and it was like one of the coolest places of my entire life. So climb up, drop here. There's like 4 ladders you need to climb up, and then the prayer wheel is at the top. So just go ahead and slowly make your way to the top. You can light a flare if you think it's dark. I can see fine, but I've heard some people say that they think this tower's kind of dark. Though it gets lighter at the top, so go ahead and drop off about right here. And then there's this little block, and this is where you get the prayer wheel, so grab that, and then you can drop down here. And actually, you can back off, hang, and then drop. And at least for the first 3, Laura doesn't take any damage from the fall if she hangs from the ledge. The last drop, I would go ahead and use the ladder to get down because she does take damage, and actually I took damage on that drop because I was angled too far sideways. So on this one, just drop down. So by her being angled too far sideways, Laura didn't grab the ledge, so make sure she hangs before the drops. Alright, now come back this way, and then we're going to go through the trap room. We're going to need to go ahead and go back over that trap door. So now we're going to go this way. There is a path to the left. That's going to be our returning path. So there's a large swimming pool that way. But we're going to go around this way, because this is where we need to go first. Now, there's going to be more cultists that we spawn over here, so let's go ahead and try to help these poor monks out if we can. Let's see, do we think... I think they can maybe take down that guy. Okay. Look at that. This guy gives us some Uzi rounds. Alright, so now we're going to go through the trap room. I think I'm going to go ahead and save once again. Alright, so to do the trap room, we want to come over here and cut off this burner, the tile before it cuts off the burner. It's timed once you step off this tile, so what you want to do is wait for the pendulum to start swinging towards you, and then you run and roll. And look, you avoid it. So now, come over here, there's going to be a rolling blade. You want to look at where it is, and when you want to jump up is when it's like passing you to the left. So step up, then repeat the process. And look at that. Now there's another rolling blade up here, so there's a safe spot to the right. Oh, whoops. Okay, I think from here Laura should be able to get there. So that is our main path, but to the left is the Jade Dragon, so we want to go to the left first, and we can go ahead and come this way, hide in this alcove, then wait for the blade to pass. Then in this little cubby, there's a clank door, so wait for the second clank, and then run and roll. And do the same thing with this next clank door. Look, behind it is the Jade Dragon. And look at that. Now we just need to get out of here. Alright, now let's be careful we don't get run over by the rolling blade. So wait for it to come by, and then wait for it to roll away. And then go ahead and run for this little cubby. Alright, now we can go down this way, and this is where we get the trapdoor key. Go ahead and grab the trapdoor key. And then we're going to go ahead and proceed on to the large swimming pool. The large swimming pool we will drain a little bit later, but the pool has the stone dragon. So once the pool is drained, Laura can no longer get the stone dragon, so we want to get it now. The stone dragon is in a tunnel over here in this corner, so go ahead and swim up and grab the stone dragon. The reason she wouldn't be able to get it after the pool is drained is because, for one thing, I don't think she'd be able to stand up in this tunnel, and for another thing, that alcove is just too high for her to jump up to. So come up this way for air. We're going to see our monk friends, and let's try not to get pushed off into the pool. We're going to come back this way, and this is going to be our returning path, and this is going to take us back to the main hall. So we did combat with some cultists. It looks like their bodies decomposed, or maybe the monks just hid them someplace while we were gone. So let's come back out here to our golden statue. If we look behind the golden statue, we're going to see a little ramp. Oh, whoops. When you go or jump over the ramp, there's a little alcove back here, and this is where Laura gets the golden dragon. So grab this, and since we've got all 3 secrets, we're rewarded with some M16 clips. Pretty good. So now go ahead and come down this way. On the left side of the main hall, there's 2 paths. We don't want to go down that path yet because it takes us up on top of the statue where we use one of the gems. We don't have the gem yet, so we want to first go this way because this is going to give us access to the strong room key, which we can use right now. So come this way, there's going to be a blade trap. How Laura avoids the blade trap, if you see it, from right here she can do a running jump, and she goes right over it. Now turn left into this room because this is where she gets the strong room key. You might have noticed there's more blades. On the rest of the blades, I don't think there's anything of interest past them, except for a viewpoint, so you can get a beautiful view of the room with the gems, which we're going to collect in just a little bit. So come over here, And if you look into this room, you'll see 2 windows. Behind the windows are the gems. We'll be going into that room a little bit later, dropping in through the hatches from the rooftops. So, for now, let's go back. So, let's just carefully jump over the blades. Uh-oh, that blade cut me up a little bit. But I can still survive. Alright, so we're going to go back to where we started in the monastery. Oh, look at that. Did you see the monk was like glitching in and out? So, come this way. We want to go ahead and turn left. This is where we killed one of the cultists in the window. Come over here. This is where we use our strong room key. Now that we've got the strong room key, go ahead and come back this way. We're going to go into that deadly room with the rolling blades. It's actually not that bad, but anyhow, we're going to go this way. There's 2 rolling blades. Be warned of that. So we want to go ahead and wait for this blade, and then as it's moving away, go ahead and come out to about here, wait for the second rolling blade to roll away, and then run before the first one comes back to you. Come over here. This is where we use our rooftops key. So this is going to give us access to some stairs that leads us up on top of the roof. Make your way up the stairs, and then you're going to see there's some burners over here. We want to cut off the burners, so there's a switch over here that cuts them off. This is a timed switch, so if you're not fast enough, the burners will turn back on and possibly catch you on fire. So go ahead and run this way. Come over here, do a running jump, and then do a standing jump. Standing jump, just keep repeating the process. And if you're on this side of the burners, they don't come back on. But if you're not all the way across, or if you're on that side, yes, they will come back on. So from here, go ahead and save, because there's another fight. Alright, so there's 2 monks that'll help. There's also 2 cultists, so quickly get behind this corner. Right, we killed that guy. No, I don't want to shoot the monks. Alright, they're both dead. It's actually nice that only the black-hooded thugs can hurt the monks. So come up this ladder because we get some ammo up here. Alright, now we want to pull this switch. This is going to drop one of the hatches. Actually, both of them. So you can drop down either one, doesn't matter. And then this is going to be the room where we get the gems, so go ahead and break these windows. And we can get 2 of them. One of them is used over where the golden statue is, and the other one we're going to use on the rooftop. So you guys might have noticed there was another path that I didn't go down just yet. Well, that's because I needed the gem. So pull this switch, that opens the hatch to get out. So climb up this ladder. Then I'll show you guys where to go. This is going to be where we use one of our gems. So basically, this is going to move back that big wheel that was behind us. If you see it, like we couldn't get through here before, now we can. So come this way, there's going to be a movable block. Pull this block out. And this is going to give us access to another one of our prayer wheels. Alright, now we're going to go over to the golden statue because I want to use the other one of our gems. So, let's go ahead and come back this way. I think that once you're on the other side, or maybe even before that, the burners can come back on, so be warned. Alright, so now let's go down the stairs. Alright, let's be careful of the rolling blades once again. I don't want to get run over or cut up by them. So, just do the same strategy we did before, and then we are going to come back out into the main hall. Alright, so this is going to be the new passageway that we go down. Alright, so from here there's a max length running jump. We want to walk to the edge, backflip, and then run and jump, and then we can grab one of the 4 hands that the statue has. Alright, so then we can climb up on top of this one. Be careful not to set Laura on fire. You can do the same thing that we did. We can go ahead and do another running jump. And actually this time she lands on top of the head. So you can then do a running jump onto this hand. And then if Laura walks to the edge, she can do a standing forward jump and grab this ledge. Over here she uses the other gem. And sorry, this is going to cut off that awesome soundtrack, but it's for the best. And that drops a hatch in the floor. The hatch is below the statue, so I'll show you guys how to get there. From here, don't do a running jump because Laura may overshoot that hand and then she'll land on the red, which is going to hurt her from fall damage. So just do a standing jump there and she doesn't take any health damage. I try to find a good, safe way down. I think the best way to get down is just back up from here. Laura's going to slide and then she can just drop like that. Alright, that room over there is the prayer wheel room. We need all 5 prayer wheels in order to, go in there, so I believe we've got 3 of them so far, so now we want to go this way. This is where the trapdoor is that we opened. So let's go ahead and hang, and then we're going to drop. Alright, now we're going to go this way. This is going to be where we drain that large swimming pool. So climb up, and then there's going to be this switch that we pull. That opens up a door behind us. Alright, so you might notice there's like a stream of running water that's apparently filling the large pool. So in order to drain the pool, we would basically need to block the stream of water with this movable wooden block. So we'll go ahead and push this and we're going to block off the water. I mean, I'm surprised that a stream that little could drain a pool that big, but whatever, I didn't make the level. So go ahead and come over here, and then we're going to slide down. Now, don't slide forward because Laura will take serious fall damage, if not die. So slide backwards, grab the ledge, and then drop. Now, the reason we wanted to drain the pool is because there's this wooden block that we want to move. Come up here and then move this wooden block. This is going to give us access to another prayer wheel. Alright, now we want to climb up this ladder. And actually, this time we really don't want the monks to end up bumping us into the pool, because this time we're going to take some serious health damage. Last time it would have just been annoying, but, this time we actually really want to avoid falling into the empty pool. Alright, so now let's go back into the large open hall with the statue. And this is where we use the trapdoor key. So drop the hatch, come down here. So now we're going to climb out. I'm going to save the game once again. Alright, so in order to get back, we're going to pull this switch. There's going to be more of Bartoli's goons, so I want to help these monks out. See if I can aim for that monk. I want to make sure... Not the monk, the cultist. I do not want to aim for any of the monks. Okay, they're out of the way. Alright, so... Now let's go ahead and proceed on. I needed to intervene with this fight because I didn't want any of the monks to die. So... Now we're going to come back through this big set of double doors, and then we are going to go this way and then up this ramp. So there's going to be like this really high room on the hill. That's where we get the last prayer wheel, so come this way. And then there's a little alcove up here. Come over here, there's another ladder that you can climb up. This is going to be where you get to a higher ledge. Alright, so from here you can get a pretty good view. Alright, now come over here. You might notice there's a couple of different ways. Well, I don't think there really is anything that way. Although we were on the other side of where you saw that rail earlier. But anyhow, let's pull out our automatics. When we step on this tile, we spawn a crow. So let's kill the crow quickly. You don't want to go any further down before you kill the crow, because then you're going to spawn a cultist. So it's the next tile that spawns the cultist. So go ahead and get right here, use your M16, and kill him real quick before he starts shooting at you. Alright, so we killed the cultist, and look at that, he drops some M16 rounds. Come up this ramp, there's another monk, and then there's not one but two crows that we spawn. So I actually want to retreat a little bit, and the reason why is because I want to bait the crows out. I want to be able to kill the crows without accidentally shooting the monk. Because sometimes after a crow dies, Laura will then auto-target the monk, which can be really, really ugly. Alright, we killed the crows, and we're still on the monk's good side, so... Alright, now we want to get on top of that little building. So, from here, Laura can do a running jump and grab this ledge. Climb up. And then if you go to this side, Laura can back up and do a running jump on top of this building, and there's a hole that she drops down into. Alright, so we're going to drop down this hole. Grab the prayer wheel that's over here, and then I'm going to use my M16 because there's a cultist that spawns, a black-hooded one that can hurt the monk. So this monk really doesn't stand much of a chance against this guy alone, so we've got to be there to do the fight. Alright, so now come over here and grab whatever he drops off with just some shotgun shells. So now go ahead and come down this way. So go back across the bridge, and then there's a drop-off over here. We want to get Laura into this alcove. You can hang from the ledge and drop, but that usually costs Laura a lot of her health, so I'm not going to do it. What I'm going to do is angle Laura about 10 degrees to the right, or maybe 20 degrees, jump and then grab the ladder, and then inch your way down like that. Alright, so now we're going to come back down that hill. That's weird. It's like... Huh, I thought I saw something there. Alright, come back over here. There's going to be more cultists. Huh. Alright, the monks won. Alright, so now that we've got all 5 prayer wheels, I want to go ahead and come this way. I mean, you can jump over the rail. And then Laura can go ahead and drop down. The prayer wheel room is over here, so come this way and up the stairs, and then we can veer left, and this is going to be where we use our first one of our 5 prayer wheels. Alright, we'll use another one right here. And I believe we use the other 3 on the other side, so use one about right here. And just use the other 2. Just use a prayer wheel where there's not one. And when you use the prayer wheels, you're going to open up that set of double doors. Alright, so you guys probably saw that we've got the Seraph. We're going to use the Seraph at more or less the end of the level. The Seraph is going to give us access to the catacombs, which lead us to the Talion, so that's ultimately what we need in order to access Temple of Xi'an. So we'll use the Seraph right here. And there we go, we unlock that passageway. This is the end of the level. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. Took me just over 40 minutes to do it, all 3 secrets. Once again, thank you guys so much. Please subscribe, give a thumbs up, leave a comment below, and stay tuned for the Catacombs of the Talion.